Stetson Bennett. Stetson Fleming Bennett, IV, born October 28, 1997, is an American football quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs. Nicknamed the Mailman, he started his career as a walk-on at Georgia before transferring to Jones County Junior College. Bennett transferred back to Georgia and won consecutive national championships in 2022 and 2023. American football player born 1997. Early life and high school. Bennett was born on October 28, 1997, in Atlanta, Georgia. In first grade, his family moved from Atlanta to Nahunta, Georgia. In eighth grade, his family moved to Blackshear, Georgia, where he played high school football at Pierce County High School. There, he led the school to 3 consecutive state playoff appearances, throwing for 3,724 yards, running for 500 more, and scoring 40 total touchdowns as a senior. Bennett was a 2-star quarterback coming out of high school, and his only FBS scholarship offer came from Middle Tennessee State, as coaches thought he was too short and too light. Was 5 feet 9.5 inches, 1.765 m, and 185 pounds, 84 at the time. Bennett was a walk-on at Georgia his freshman season and did not take a snap the whole season. After 5-star high school quarterback Justin Fields committed to Georgia in 2018, Bennett decided to transfer to Jones County Junior College. After his transfer, Bennett played in 12 games and threw for 16 touchdowns and 1,840 yards. After his lone season at Jones County, he entered the transfer portal for a second time. He was a 3-star prospect heading into his transfer. He was about to join the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, but he ended up returning to Georgia. The Bulldogs were in need of a backup quarterback after Fields transferred to Ohio State. Georgia offered Bennett a scholarship. He accepted and became Georgia's second-string quarterback as Jake Fromm's backup. Bennett had 2 touchdowns and 1 interception on the season. He also had 1 rushing touchdown. He most notably appeared in the SEC championship game when Fromm went down with an injury heading into his junior season. Bennett started the season as a backup quarterback to Dwan Mathis. Mathis was named the starter after Jamie Newman, the planned starter, opted out of the season. Bennett became the starter after poor play from Mathis. A few months later, USC transfer J.T. Daniels took the starting job. Bennett began the season as the backup to J.T. Daniels. He made his first appearance and first start of the 2021 season against the UAB Blazers after Daniels went down with an oblique injury. In that game, Bennett tied the record for most touchdowns in a game by a Georgia quarterback with 5. Bennett was trusted with the starting job for the rest of the season, and he led the Bulldogs to a record. He finished the season with 29 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. On December 4, 2021, Bennett threw for 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the loss in the SEC championship game against the Alabama Crimson Tide. He was criticized for the loss, leading many to believe that J.T. Daniels should get the start against Michigan in the Orange Bowl. Despite the loss, Bennett led the Bulldogs to a victory in the 2022 College Football Playoff National Championship game in a rematch against Alabama. It was Georgia's first national title since in January 2022, just 10 days after winning the national championship, and amid speculation that he would transfer. Bennett announced his return to Georgia. In the preseason, Adam Rittenberg named Bennett a Heisman Trophy candidate. Bennett entered the season as the starter, and in the season opener against Oregon, he threw for a then-career-high 368 yards while throwing and rushing for 3 total touchdowns in a rout. After his performance, he was named the Walter Camp National Player of the Week and the Manning Award Quarterback of the Week. The following week, Bennett threw for 300 yards before being replaced in the third quarter by backup Carson Beck in a victory. During the 2022 regular season, Bennett led Georgia to a record, including an SEC championship. During the 2022 SEC championship game, he passed for 4 touchdowns and 274 yards and was named the game's MVP in a victory. Bennett finished the year with 20 touchdowns, 3,425 passing yards, 6 interceptions, and 7 rushing touchdowns. On December 5, 2022, Bennett was named a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Bennett and the Bulldogs remained and faced up against C.J. Stroud and the ranked Ohio State in the 2022 Peach Bowl. Bennett and the Bulldogs beat Ohio State with a score of to advance to the 2023 College Football Playoff National Championship for the second consecutive year in January 9, 2023. Bennett and the Bulldogs defeated the TCU Horned Frogs in the 2023 College Football Playoff National Championship with a score of 65-7. He was named the offensive MVP of the game after combining for 6 total touchdowns. This tied him with Joe Burrow for the most total touchdowns in a college football playoff national championship game. With the victory, Bennett led Georgia to the largest margin of victory in any bowl game at the FBS level and becoming just the third team in college football history to finish the season with a record of Bennett finished the season passing for 4,127 yards. With this mark, he surpassed the previous record for passing yards in a single season, set by Aaron Murray in 2012. Personal life. Stetson Bennett IV is the son of Denise and Stetson Bennett III. His parents met and graduated from the University of Georgia College of Pharmacy. Bennett is the grandson of Buddy Bennett, who played quarterback for the University of South Carolina Gamecocks from 1958 to 1960 and later was a coach